Well, Paul, a very warm welcome to Blackburn Rovers. How does it feel to be sat here in your new office at Ewood Park as manager of this football club?
It's great. I mean, I feel good about it, and it's a good feeling about it, and can't wait to get going. Really, I'm excited for the game on Saturday, and excited to get into the training again. And as I said, 9 months out, so it's a long time, but I've enjoyed the 9 months out. I've done different things that I've wanted to see, and but now's the time to go back in.
When you arrived at Ewood this morning, then was that little bit of excitement, though, that tingle with a few butterflies as well?
I think you always have that when you start a new job, because you don't know many people, and you've got to kind of find your feet. And I've got a really good backroom staff behind us, and now the next stage is to meet the players, and we'll do that this afternoon.
What appealed to you most about this football club?
I think there's a good infrastructure here, and I think it's got the stadium, which is perfect really, and the training ground's excellent. We just need to get a team that can play well and try and win games, and I think if we do that, then we've got a chance.
Is that what you see as the biggest challenge then, getting things right on the pitch and getting us up that league table?
Well, I think that's every manager's challenge, is to get their team to try and win. You can't promise everything at every time, but what we can promise is we'll give it absolutely what we can do in a football pitch, is try and play well, or try and entertain people and get the fans back. I think that's important. Instead of, as I said before, the negativity, when the embargo, and that's all you hear. So that's got to stop. And embargo doesn't make you lose a game. If you don't turn up on a Saturday, that's what makes you lose a game. But I think people have got to stop all this and concentrate on the positive.
Have you got slightly different impressions of the football club then, having spoken to the owners and seen it, than what you might have seen from afar?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about it, because when you're afar and you think, you wonder what's happened there. But it's like Gary Boyer deserves so much credit for stabilising it and coming through a difficult period. So we've just got to try and take it on again, and if we can get the players playing the way we want them to play, and they enjoy their football and they entertain the crowd, then it'll be an interesting time ahead.
What is the secret to success then in this division? Because you've had that.
Well, I had it with Norwich because we had a momentum. I mean, we came from League One and then Championship and then Premiership, and we had guys that could score those goals, and Grant Holt and Chris Martin and Houlihan were excellent for us at that time. We kept that going and added little bits to it, but momentum's important in the league, especially with that many games here. That if you do get a little run, then you tend to find yourself catapulting up the league pretty quickly, and we're a wee bit off it at the minute, but we have to turn these draws into wins.
Is it achievable to challenge for the playoffs, top 6 this season?
I think everything's achievable. I think it means our first day, and we'll need to assess everybody and see how they are, and look at them and try and get a team on that pitch. Not just a team, but you're going to need a whole squad to put the shoulder to the wheel as such, but also we need the crowd behind us. And I'm 100% sure on Saturday they'll come out in force, and they'll be excited by it, and it's up to us to go and win.
You said before you had 9 months out of the game, did different things. Just how valuable was that? I guess as a manager you want to be managing, but can you benefit from the spells like that? And what did you take from it? I
had a great time. I mean, I went to Real Madrid for 5 days. I was at Bayern Munich for 5 days. I'm just back for Leverkusen for a week. I was at Dortmund when Jurgen was at Dortmund. So I was at Ingolstadt, a team that's just been promoted to the Bundesliga. So I've loved that. I mean, I met every manager and spoke with them, and they were excellent. And to see that at that level, when you step back from football, it opens your vision. When you're a manager, you tend to become tunnel visioned at times, but it certainly changed me as a person as in looking at the game differently.
Do you get itchy feet after a certain amount of time? I think right now I want to be back on the touchline, back on the training ground.
Do you know, in the 9 months it was probably fluctuating, that feeling that you miss it and then you don't miss it, and you start to enjoy what you're doing, but it comes a spell where you think, no, I'm ready. And this opportunity, it was a great opportunity to come and do it.
You said in the press conference you'd spoken to the owners. What have they said to you about this football club and the targets for the season and going forward, perhaps beyond that?
Well, they've never set a target. You know, they've been really good and let us get on with it. And I think they know that it's a hard league as well, but they've given us the freedom to come here and try and make this club successful. And but there's not a target of you must do this or you must do that. I know in my own head what we want to try and achieve, and it's up to us to try and get the best out of the players to do it.
Tell us a little bit about your coaching team that's come with you then.
Well, everybody knows Alan, Irvin and Rob Kelly, and from being here before, so they've got an affinity with the football club, bigger than myself, so they know what it's like here, they know the stadium and everything, and but I think they'll be great for us. And Lawrence Batty I brought in from when I worked with Wickham and Norwich, so he knows the way I work, and I think I've got a really good backroom team there that's strong.
Was that something you purposely looked for, somebody in the coaching staff with a link to the football club? Is it just the way it's worked?
I think it's just the way it's worked. I mean, Alan I've known really long from West Brom and Aston Villa kind of days, and Rob I knew a little bit of, but more importantly they're good coaches. That's important.
And the final one, if you had a message for the Blackburn Rovers supporters, what would it be?
Is we'll do everything we can to entertain you, and we'll do everything we can to win games, but the players need the fans. There's no doubt about it. There's got to, as I said before, get behind us, and we'll do everything we can to reward them as well.